Welcome to the Nerdist Podcast number 361. I am all cozy in bed now. Okay, in the last 3 weeks, been to Portland, New York, London, Edinburgh, New York again, Baltimore, DC, and back to Los Angeles. It's been a lot of travel, even for me, but it's nice. I like traveling, it's fun, but it is nice to be home. And now I am doing the intro for the podcast, which never stops. The podcast never sleeps. It's always there for you. Like a creepy fairy godmother who can't really grant you any wishes other than just talk in your ears a lot. So she's kind of chatty, but she loves you. By the way, the season finale of the Nerdist television show on BBC America is Saturday, June 1st. And wait, is that correct? Is that be the date? June 1st? Yeah, Saturday, June 1st. And that episode's going to have Seth Rogen and Zach Galifianakis. So tune in. It's 10 o'clock p.m. BBC America. And also, well, I'll get to this episode in a second, but first, I want to thank the sponsor for the Nerdist Podcast, LegalZoom. This month, LegalZoom celebrates innovation by helping you launch whatever type of dream you can cook up with your brain. But when you do, make sure that you apply for a patent because you need to protect your business. Register your trademark, protect your products, services, incorporate, form an LLC, launch your business dream, whatever it is. Make it happen. Just call or visit LegalZoom.com, and they're going to help you from start to finish. They've helped out about 1 million businesses get started right. Celebrate innovation with LegalZoom, and for a limited time, get a special price on trademark, copyright, patent applications using the referral code Nerdist at checkout. Protect your creations and launch your dream at LegalZoom.com. LegalZoom can provide self-help services at your specific direction, or they can connect you to an attorney, but they are not a law firm. Don't forget to use the referral code Nerdist. And now here's this episode with Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, who we actually taped the episode of the Nerdist TV show that they're on, and then we walked over to the studio and recorded this podcast. And this is a really fun hangout session. By the way, I'm trying not to wake Skydart, who is sacked out. It's not even that late. Well, it's not late by LA standards. It's like 10:30. I don't know what fucking time zone we're in.
Sacked out is the most unpleasant way to describe me sleeping.
Oh, that's adorable. She's talking in her sleep. Well, what secrets will be revealed?
I'm super sacked out right now, man.
Oh, she's dreaming about sex. They better be mine.
Saxophones.
Oh, okay, that's not mine. Here's Nerdist Podcast episode number 361 with Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. By the way, their movie This Is the End opens June 12th, and it's Seth Rogen and James Franco and Jay Baruchel and Emma Watson and Danny McBride and Craig Robinson and Michael Cera, and they all play themselves in the apocalypse. And so the movie, June 12th. Check it out. Well, then check out this podcast first. Unless it's after June 12th, and then check out them simultaneously. That's not possible. All right. We're going to try to reacclimate ourselves to the West Coast time zone now. Good night.
Sex in my phone.
Okay, cool. Yeah, cool.
Canadian.
I know, but I see
Chris,
I hate Canadian
if
secrets.
I'm like here, does it pick up enough?
You sound great.
Okay.
Everybody sound great.
What's the Canadian secret? What is it?
Denim.
Denim's the Canadian secret?
Maple syrup.
Syrup. Maple syrup.
Don't get too fucked up tonight, Josh.
You gotta work on Monday.
There you go, buddy. That's what speaks to you, Canada money.
Whoa,
Have
you got some.
Ever read this?
No, I want to.
Read that.
What does it say?
It is a weird metaphor for all of Canada in a poem.
No.
I described Canada perfectly once.
What's the poem?
Said, Canada took all of America's ideals and implemented them correctly.
Yeah. What's the poem? What's the poem?
Winnipeg's not great.
Yeah, I
The
don't know
poem
I don't
is,
know by heart.
oh god damn it. That's gonna take some, let there be man.
I have good eyesight.
Oh, good.
It sounded like you were trying to translate it.
The winters of my childhood were long,
Whoa,
long
I wasn't
seasons.
close.
We lived in 3 places: the school, the church, and the skating rink. But our real life was on the skating rink, and that's it.
That's on your money?
That's what it says on our money.
Yeah.
That's
we
on
don't
your fucking money.
Yeah, we don't play fucking hockey. Like, I don't feel
I
like
even
this.
play hockey, yeah.
That's not the proper
But our real
representation.
life
You don't play
was on-
hockey?
Mine would be like our summers were spent in the synagogue and playing video games.
Yeah. We played GoldenEye in the
Yeah.
basement.
There's Canada, and then there's Jewish Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
Canadian
Yeah,
Jews.
it's the N64 logo on the.
Yeah.
Close up to
Jewish
a
Canada.
sketch called Canadian Jews.
Yeah.
We just, thank you.
Oh, no, the audience is gonna walk by.
We just recorded the Nerdist TV show, and then you allowed us to scoop you into a booth to record a podcast. We are really owning your souls today across a variety of media.
Exactly. It's nice.
Yeah, split between you and our wives.
We're here. Yeah, exactly. We're here already, so.
Seth, the first time I saw young Seth Rogen, I believe the year was around 1998, 1999.
It probably was, yeah.
There was we were doing a stand-up show in Westwood.
Yeah, at the Gypsy. I think Galifianakis was actually there.
He probably was at the Gypsy Cafe.
Yeah.
And you showed up with Linda Cardellini.
I
who you were
did,
working
yeah.
on
And like
Freaks
her roommate was like friends with
Lizzie
you guys.
Beckwith.
Yeah.
Who was an amazing comedian who doesn't really do stand-up anymore.
Elizabeth Beckwith?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was super funny, yeah.
But Lizzie Beckwith had the great bit about, I don't do air quotes, I do air parentheses.
Yeah, I remember that joke.
Did you go up that night or did you just show up?
I think I did. I would perform sometimes. I wasn't that. I was okay. I wasn't like that good at stand up. I wasn't like great at
Did you
it by any
just
means.
go to sort of absorb it, or what would you?
I would go to to try to. It's kind of just when I was in high school. That's like the only place that I would know to go was to comedy clubs.
Yeah.
Really, like we would like
The talking shtick.
Yeah, I mean, we were the talking
It
shtick.
was like,
was a
like
place.
a lesbian tea house is how it would
Yeah,
describe
exactly. Yeah,
Nice.
we'd go there.
Wait, that was a real
sometimes.
place? The
Yeah,
The
that was a
talking
real
shtick.
place.
Chris, don't you host the Talking Stick?
Yeah,
I do. Yeah, it's all after the show stick.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like 18 or something like that. And I just, I mean, I was new here. I was just trying to, like see who was funny basically and try to get in with them and watch it. Yeah.
Well, Canada has a very interesting kind of a comedy setup because there's sort of from what I understand, there's kind of a monopoly with comedy clubs on. Doesn't Yuck Yucks have like a monopoly
yeah.
across Canada?
Yeah,
and if
Yuck
you
Yucks has a lot of
if you
them.
perform anywhere else, they're like, you're out.
Yeah, it's
And
really.
Yuck Yucks isn't even that nice when you go into their place.
No, they're weird Yuck Yucks, but all the guys do it though. I think, right? Like I think the big comics all play
Yeah,
at
you
Yuck
have to go
Yucks
to
in
Yuck Yucks.
Canada.
I don't know.
right?
I don't know.
Have you done a
It still
Canadian
draws.
tour?
I have. Well, I've done Just for Laughs a bunch.
Yeah.
And then and the Vancouver Comedy Festival, but Toronto has a really cool place called the Comedy Bar, which is a great little
That
little
place is
room.
rad.
Yeah, Vancouver. I don't know. When I was young, everyone would perform at this place called the Urban Well. That was like the big place in Vancouver, and this guy like Brent Butt, who's now like on Canadian TV shows, would perform there, and no one that really. I'm trying to think. I don't know if anyone really who like became just famous over
Michael
here.
J. Fox?
Michael J. Fox. Yeah, Red Fox.
Yep.
would
Red
perform
Fox
there.
together.
Oh, a father and son.
Yeah, exactly.
Fox
Michael
and the
J. and
Hound.
Red Fox.
Fox, the comedy
Red
duo,
J.
Fox.
Fox.
And the Hound. Yeah.
The Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Exactly. All the Foxes.
Yeah.
Jamie Fox.
Samantha Fox from
Mr. Fantastic. We could do this all day, and we will.
Words Are Crazy.
But yeah, I remember, and then I saw you perform. Our friend Will Reiser would put on these comedy shows at El Cid that I think
Yeah.
I would
yeah,
see
I remember
you
Will.
Hard and Firm.
Yeah.
You guys would perform there. Yeah, Will.
Yeah. And he was going out at the time with Amy Simmons.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I was there.
Evan was there. Well,
I was there.
me
You were
and
there
Evan-
That was
too?
like my first visit to LA.
Yeah, because me and Evan met Will working on the Ali G show.
And I met
Oh,
Abby
cool.
that night
yeah.
at
Right.
El Cid.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Will introduced me to my wife.
And we had a moment.
Jeez.
There was a
And that's
connection.
right around the time he was writing. That was like right before he got cancer.
Yeah, it was
and then
like-
wrote the script 50-50.
Yeah.
Which you were then in.
Yeah.
Bringing it all in.
Right.
Which is a
all because of
beautiful
Chris Hardwick.
Yeah, I like to think I'm the spoke that
I
holds
think you
Hollywood
are.
together. But El Cid is still there. Like it's still I think they still have flamenco. That place,
Every
when you
once in a
go in,
while-
it looks like you're like, and any minute this building's just gonna fall in on itself.
Yeah, it was really scary there.
Wait,
It's
was
someone's old studio too. It's like
Yeah, they
WC
filmed
Fields
stuff
or
there, right.
DB. Yeah, someone.
Was that also the night, the one and only time when you were too stoned?
When I ate like a weed brownie and had to leave.
Yeah, there's
that was that
exactly, there's exactly one time he was too stoned in life.
That
So
was at El Cid.
what happens to you when you get? I
I
can't.
just had to leave.
He turned into like classic paranoid 13-year-old stone person.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I don't know about this. I feel like I gotta maybe get out of here.
We were just talking about that night. I was at El Cid.
Maybe you can tell me this because I've never really. There was one summer in like '97 when Mike Furman and I smoked pot a few times and stared at this. He got this light box from the Sharper Image, and
Does the Sharper Image still exist?
No,
I don't
in
think so.
catalog form.
Yeah. Nice.
So I think the way this thing worked is that it was like one of the wands was green and represented the bass, and one of the wands was red and represented the treble, and you'd hook it up to your stereo, and it would spin and create these insane flower patterns.
That's pretty cool.
So when you're super high, like if you're
That's what it feels like.
But-
No, I just became like socially. It doesn't happen often. I just didn't want to.
once.
It happened once. I just left. I think I just was
you
like,
and
I
Laura
have to
left.
leave.
That's all I do when I get stoned. When I get stoned, I just go, see you guys later, and I just go home and take a nap.
It was the closest to being like, what did you do with my friend Seth?
But then after that, I had one time where I smoked or pot or ate it or something, and then I thought, I'm having a stroke, and if I don't focus on breathing, I'm going to stop breathing. And then I never, ever was able to do it again.
Mistaken general anxiety disorder.
Yeah, exactly.
Come to think of it, that does happen even when I don't smoke pot. But if you are prone to anxiety and anything weird happens in your body that you can't quickly identify, you're like, that's impending death. Stepping on my throat.
I don't know. Sometimes I'll have like a weird like heart pain, and then I'll be like, nah, it's fine.
You're able to do that?
I always assume it's
that's me
heartburn.
in
No
life.
matter- I always am like, I had chili yesterday.
You think
That's
about,
probably
like,
what
it's
it
like,
was.
You go to the doctor, he's like, it's just gas. Here's some soda crackers. You know, and you're just like, oh, you're right. Thanks,
It's
old-timey
poutine.
doctor.
You had some bad
Exactly.
poutine.
It's always poutine.
Poutine basically is the Chicago pizza of Canada, where no matter where you go, someone's like, "Oh, you went there? No.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
not where you go for
Evan
poutine."
actually is a co-owner of a poutine food truck here in
What?
LA. Yeah.
It was down the block just yesterday. Called
Yeah.
the Gravy Train.
Oh,
Dude,
great.
Evan started it.
I'm giving you a lot of money.
Would you please? We have food trucks outside our little comedy theater at Meltdown. We have food trucks there all the time for shows at night. Would you please bring the poutine truck?
I love comics and also live 2 blocks away from Meltdown. And only recently found out you guys do this there.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean,
We do it here because
what are we like, fucking nerds?
we changed the podcast name to the Raddest.
Yeah, that's the coolest.
Still IST for some reason.
I did a radio show in LA in the 90s, and we just decided to name it the #1 morning show.
That's a brilliant name for a show.
And we would get these calls. We were like, "Congratulations!" We're like, "No, it's just the name. You can name something whatever you want." There's nothing.
We should name our next movie the #1 movie in America.
#1 movie in America is the #1 movie in America.
No, then the New York Post is really going to fuck you.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
#1 movie in America is the 10th movie in America.
When Superbad, when we were coming out Superbad, we were like, there's a version of this where the title really fucking
Yeah,
makes
super
sense.
bad. You're really leading with your chin.
There was one thing, we got one where it was like, Superbad really is Superbad.
Of course.
You're like muzzle tov. You
The
did
script,
it.
I have the script for Superbad, the shooting script. I think it's fucking phenomenal.
Oh, thanks.
It's great.
You should see the movie. It's really good too.
Yeah, don't. Those guys ruined it.
You know what's irritating about that is not even so much getting a bad review, but like really the hackiest thing in the world,
I
and
know.
that guy
Yeah,
probably
you're
high
saying
fived
we're
himself.
bad.
I know
That's
we're
the
saying
best
you're
you come
bad.
up
Yeah,
with.
exactly. The hacky joke guy says
Yeah.
the movie
He
sucks.
should have put it on himself. Superbad made me super sad it wasn't that good.
I like it.
That would have been clever, at least. Yeah.
So you don't? Do you ever feel like doing stand up at all? Ever? Does that kind of eat away at you, or do you not care?
Not really. For funny people, like Judd made us all do stand up for like months and months.
Yeah.
Remember those shows you did a couple
Oh, yeah,
like
I saw
UCB?
UCB.
Yeah, I would do it.
Were you the
UCB.
one at UCB where Jonah killed it or the one where Jonah didn't kill it?
I saw when he killed it when he did that fucking thing about Hitch.
Oh yeah, it's so
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
Such a funny
I still tell
joke.
people about
Seeing
that
it,
Hitch shit.
that's such a funny
No
joke.
fucking shit, you're seeing it. Yeah, like the idea that Hitch is to dads what the Big Lebowski is to guys like us.
Yeah.
It's just like the movie.
That was like his first time, right?
Yeah. And then,
it
and
pissed
then,
me off.
and then he kept.
Everyone was pissed off. Him, Judd, I could see them all watching.
But then he went up again and like bombed, and we were all like, "Oh, thank
I wish
God!"
I saw that just because as a fellow Jonah, I was like, "Go and stand up now too." Fuck this
Yeah,
guy.
he's literally never done it.
I'm already the other Jonah from the
just from one, just from one set.
Now he's doing stand up. He grew 6 inches.
You gotta do something with that hitch bit. You can't let it go.
I
Just give
know.
it to someone.
Sell it. You should take it.
Next time I see him, I'll be. Can I get that hitch bit?
It's a good bit.
It's a great bit.
Just by name rights, you should be able to absorb it.
Exactly.
He should
Any
be
funny thing he comes up with that he can't use goes to
fine.
the next Jonah.
the next Jonah in line. That's how it works, right?
But,
and then if you kill the head Jonah, then you become the head Jonah.
there could be only one Jonah.
Jonah Landers.
It was okay. I wasn't that good at it. I don't know. It sucks doing something that you just know you're not as good at as everyone else who's up there doing it, basically. Like, I could just see, like...
You were very solid.
I was okay at it, but I wasn't like... I feel like when we write movies, we're not like the best at it, but like I feel like we're pretty good at it. What was that? Yeah, I mean, I remember me and Jonah both performed at. We were like kind of feeling good, and we both performed at the Improv, and then Louis C.K. showed up, and like it was like a Who concert, like it was like fucking crazy. And then he literally came back, and then we performed, and he literally sat in the back and watched us, and came up to us after, and was like, "So you guys are like playing comedians or something?" Like that? We're like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, I remember he pointed at me. He's like, "You're okay," and he pointed at Jonah. He's like, "You need a lot of work." It was like the most brutal thing ever.
See, that's not where I thought you were going with that. I thought you were going to be like, I was ready to say like, you can't compare yourself to Louis C.K. But when Louis C.K.
No, he compared himself to us. Like we were like, "Oh, we can't compare ourselves." He's like, he's coming over and he's comparing himself.
I just want to let you know, you guys
way
are
better at this.
You're right. You can't compare yourselves to me.
Yeah, exactly.
On a Louis scale of 1 to 10, you're not Louis.
You got 3 Louis.
Here's how me you are. Or not.
You drift back into the Louis Anderson scale.
I'm like 6 Louis Andersons.
I'd watch that diving show.
We love the diving show.
You guys are Canadian, so there's a metric Louis scale. So it's
Exactly.
10 Louis get makeup Louis.
We're 600 Louis.
You're like a Hecka Louis makes it.
I was on the Family Feud with Louis Anderson.
Were you really?
Yeah, the cast of Freaks and Geeks was like on the Family
Who are
Feud.
you up against?
The cast of the show Popular.
Oh yeah, like Leslie Bibb.
Leslie Bibb, yeah. And I tanked it in Fast Money. I was actually saying to Evan, when we played that game on your show just now, it kind of looked like the Family Feud.
A little bit,
And
yeah.
it gave me like a bad flashback to when I totally tanked it on our Family
We were
Feud.
in China for the Green Hornet, and he was on some weird show that went for 3 hours. It was like a variety show. And they had this game where they brought out like 25 bowls of different chicken dishes. And like the object of the game never became apparent. Seth would just like taste something, go like this, and everyone would start
Like an
cheering.
SNL bit from the 90s. Yeah. It was
Well, that's
super
like
weird.
Yeah, that's like Weird Al was saying when Eat It got really big, they sent him to Japan and to do this comedy show, and he still to this day has no idea what was happening.
Yeah.
But he started singing "Eat It" in Japanese. He learned it in Japanese, and then he said this old guy in a lobster outfit came out and started demanding that Al eat him. And then
Did he?
No, he didn't know what to do, so he just did a pratfall. Al just
the
jumped on the
accordion.
ground.
Doctor came out and was like, "Leave my stocking."
But it's really amazing for a guy that I think people, probably go, "Oh, you're probably a big stoner all the time." You get a fucking lot of shit done.
Yeah. We do a lot.
That's the other side of the coin. Cocaine.
Now we're talking.
The weed's just a screen. So people don't know about
Exactly.
cocaine.
Literally a smoke screen.
It's a literal smoke screen.
For much more dangerous drugs.
We're productive stoners, I guess you would say. I remember like not wanting to work when I actually think some people I know would be more productive if they smoked more weed, which sounds like a stupid thing to say. Most people wouldn't, but some people would.
Did you know that about Kevin Smith? That
Yeah,
he would
exactly. Well, because I
create
find
70 podcasts.
No, that I just was like, because
I think you're responsible for his weed smoking.
I know, and I didn't realize that at all. To me, that was just like a casual night of smoking weed. And to Kev, that was like a life-altering moment, which is great. But Yeah, like I think some people like hate working because they just want to go home and smoke weed. But if you incorporate it into your work life, then you're willing to work longer
That's
and
when
more.
Doug
I
Benson
find.
started getting really big. Is when he just
Yeah,
he's
exactly,
Like, when he just,
yeah.
He's like, you know what, all the time.
Yeah, I think some people have to mesh it, or else it's like, or else they resent their job because it's preventing them from doing what they really want to be doing.
Yeah.
Which is just get high.
I would need a defibrillator around at all times. This is not going to work anymore. I would just be zapping myself. How do you? What's your process of when you? Is it sort of based around one idea, or is it I want to get this group of people together and then we want to make something, or how do you guys work, and how does the writing process work for you guys?
The least interesting version of anything you could have. Like we show up and it's like, what if we did a movie where this happens?
Yeah.
It always just starts with a morning where one of us had an idea the night before,
Yeah.
brings it, says it excited. We generally think it's rad for like 4 hours and that we're going to make it next. And then we put it in a pile with like 50 other things like
Well,
that.
that's an interesting point. Is how do you, because you can. I think it's easy if you're a creative type to get addicted to that feeling of aha, innovation.
Yeah.
And then when it really comes down to now we got to build this thing, then it's not as fun in that process. So how do you stay engaged and how do you keep it exciting?
I think some movies just kind of keep being entertaining, and those are like the really like this is the end is a good example. Like we made the short film like 6 years ago, and it was just like the idea just like kept being funny to us. Like it just like kept coming back when we would talk about ideas we thought were funny. We just kept being like, oh man, a big fucking apocalypse movie where all of us are actors. Like it just kept being entertaining, and it's almost like a Darwinistic process where just like the ideas you like the most are the ones that kind of hang out the longest, and those are the ones that you ultimately do. But I think like something, it's sometimes hard to figure them out. Like it literally took like years to figure out like where This Is the End could go as a movie. Like just like literally like how it could not just be like where it could go. And like the idea ultimately like what happens in the third act is like, we kind of bring in this like redemptive idea, but like just the like to come up with that took us like years. We're just like, what happens in this movie, And like, yeah, like we have some movies that literally like we've been trying to do for years and years and years, and they're hard to make. We have this animated movie we've been trying to make. Like
that kind of fuels you.
Exactly, it kind of fuels you. Like sometimes the longer people don't want to make them,
Yeah, you're like, we'll fucking show you.
yeah, exactly, and you make them crazier and crazier because you're just like, if no one wants to do it, let's just make it even more fucking crazy because no one's doing it anyway. And then sometimes they make those eventually, and then those are like the craziest ones.
I think a big thing is just like when you get pitched a shitty idea from someone else, you're like, no, our idea about the traveling space monkey laser
Yeah, exactly.
is more fun to work on than whatever we've been.
Exactly, yeah.
Boring
Sometimes,
stuff.
yeah, you get ideas and you're just like, I'd rather do nothing and try to get that fucking crazy movie going than just work on.
Can you are you able to go work on a movie just as an actor, like someone else's thing, and just let it, or are you kind of addicted to like, I got to get my hands in there and I need to be involved in the.
It's not even like, it's just not very engaging, honestly, for me to like just be an actor. It feels like one fraction of an actual full-time job, Like it just, I'm not.
Your fellow actors are not going to take.
Exactly, but honestly, I think it reflects honestly my approach to acting largely. Like I'm not the kind of actor that like does it. Daniel Day-Lewis is acting 24 hours a day. I'm acting. I'm not even acting every second I'm on camera. Like I'm trying to squeeze it out, but it's not always. So it's just not my favorite thing to. To do, honestly, out of like all the parts of the process. I like like a movie like This Is the End. Like, it's just fun to be in a big, crazy movie that that you would like. But like the actual like day-to-day acting is probably like my least favorite part of the whole process because it's the most like structured. Like you have to stand here and say this, and you say the same things over and over. It gets boring, and it's just like taxing. And these other guys are really good at it. And you just see James Franco; he could like just scream all day, and I'm just like, man, like these guys are way better at this than me sometimes.
You were really great in Take This Waltz, which is a movie that fucked me up for a while.
Yeah,
I actually was not. I was actually not able to watch the movie based on Jonah's reaction to the movie because it was
fucked me up real bad. And then with the thing that I really loved about the weird kind of like a jump cut of all the emotions you were going through after she broke up with you was like, I don't know, the whole thing was fucking too close to home for I think anyone that's gone through a breakup.
That's like it sounded like such a real account of what that feels like that.
Yeah.
I didn't emotionally. I was like, I think I can't. I think I'm gonna be too bummed.
Yeah, like I watched it on a plane. I was just like, no, fuck, no. And then like I was was trying to tell my girlfriend about it, and I was like, it's a bit. I don't know who to root for. I just like fuck that rickshaw guy. He's just busy making his fucking cookbook. Why can't you just fucking let him make his
Cut him
cookbook?
some slack for Christ's sake. Yeah. Well, that was. I mean, but it is fun. I honestly don't get asked to like be in a lot of other people's movies. Like, and I'm not like I'm not like being humble or anything. Like, I literally don't get asked to be in a lot of other people's movies. And
The guys on the league like you to do their
exactly, and that's what, like, I pretty much do anything anyone ever asked me to do. So like so Sarah Pauly was like, I wrote you a part in this movie, and I was just like, fuck yeah, I'll do it. I mean, it was more than anything, I felt like if she thinks she needs me, then I should do it just for her purposes more than my own, you know. But yeah, I do like being a part of the team that's making the movie. Like, I like being able to, you know, talk to everyone and be a part of the whole creative process. And just acting sometimes, it's fun sometimes, but it can be just not as engaging as all the other stuff.
When you guys wrote this latest movie, were you like, oh, let's check with Michael Cera before we throw him in the script?
Yeah, we went to all the main guys. Yeah. Like we
deduced like we need these 6 guys. That's all that matters above everything
So
else.
just a little background for people who haven't seen the movie yet, or actually this will go up the week that probably right before the movie comes out. But This Is the End is basically you all play yourselves, you and Jay Baruchel and Craig Robinson and Emma Watson and James Franco and Aziz. There's a bunch of great cameos in there. Aziz and Mindy Kaling, Danny McBride, and then you guys are at a party at Franco's house, and then you go to get cigarettes, and then the apocalypse happens.
Yeah.
But before that, but before that, Michael Cera is totally just shitting all over himself in the movie.
He's being crazy. Yeah, he does cocaine. He has a threesome. He blows cocaine in Crispin Plaza's face. This is one of my favorite parts.
So not that far from the real Michael Cera.
Exactly. Well, we figured this kind of was like, there was only like so many ways to approach people playing themselves. It was like they either kind of play into what you expect them to be, or they play like way against what you expect them to be. So like the 6 main guys, we went to them before we even wrote the movie, and we're just like we don't want to spend like a fucking year writing a movie at James Franco's house if we don't know if James Franco wants to do it or not. So we went to them, and they all seemed intrigued by the idea, and they kind of gave us the go-ahead. And then everyone else, we kind of it was like a wish list. We're like, what if Michael Cera did this, and Emma Watson, and
it was like a game, like, we got Aziz, so then Kevin Hart was like, well, maybe I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly.
We got Kevin Hart, and then like 3 other people were like, well, if Kevin's doing it,
yeah,
then maybe
exactly.
I'll do it.
And eventually we got like a ton of people, and it was really... and I think like it became one of those things where like everyone saw how far everyone else was pushing it, that like it almost became like a little competitive, like people were willing to push it even farther and mock themselves maybe a little harder than they normally would.
But it is interesting though, because there's almost that little piece of it. I know I said this on the TV show. There's almost that little piece of it of you guys nodding to the audience and go and kind of saying like, I know what you say about me behind my back.
Totally. Like, and it's fun for all of us to do that. Like, honestly, like it's relieving for us. Honestly, I think it's like relieving for Franco to be able to acknowledge that people view him as like a pretentious artsy guy, you know. And it's like it's fun for us to make a joke about Green Hornet. Like, it's nice to let people know like that we're kind of in on these things, that we're not like completely fucking oblivious to how we're perceived in pop culture in a lot of ways, you know. And so it was like relieving in a lot of ways. We got to make all the jokes that like we actually make to each other on screen, as opposed to like having to do it through characters. You know?
That's like when you first pick up Jay Baruchel at the airport, and there's like the TMZ guy, and he's like, Seth, do the laugh, do the laugh.
Do the Seth Rogen laugh. Yeah, and I did it. But that's what they do all the time. And yeah, I mean, it was... And it is like, it's super meta. I mean, it's like the weirdest fucking thing ever, how like meta it would be at
there's
times.
Like extra little layers. There's a song in a scene with Seth and Franco that's by a band that Franco's in, and Franco's the singer of the song. We try to get every little...
Yeah, there's a lot of layers.
Is anybody a painter? We'll put your paintings up on the
Franco
wall.
painted all the paintings in his actual house.
While we were making the movie...
Oh my God, I love that.
Between takes... He would paint like people.
Yeah, like those Seth. Well, like there's a scene where we show up at his house and he's painted my name on a big painting, and that literally happened. Like he showed up like a week early to New Orleans, and we're like,
Josh Smith.
Yeah, Josh Smith, who's actually like a pretty famous painter, and he's like, I want to paint the painting in my apartment, and we gave him like this big space, and I showed up to look at the paintings, and the first thing I saw was like a 20-foot canvas that said Seth Rogen on it in giant letters. And it was like just like he's like, "Do you like it?" I was like, "Yeah, it's awesome."
Yeah, I don't think it's visible in the movie. There's a big Pineapple Express, a recreation of the poster that
Yeah,
he did.
yeah, he painted a lot of the shit.
That's also fun too. Is you guys are basically pitching the sequel to Pineapple Express in This Is the
Yeah,
End,
and then we make it.
and then you make it. You sweet it basically. You guys kind of sweet
actually
it.
make it. Yeah, I mean, and what's funny is that is actually our idea for a sequel for Pineapple.
Yeah, we talked about it for years with
Yeah, like-
David Gordon Green and all the guys.
Yeah, like if we were to actually ever make it, that is
Now
the,
what-
the
now what-
story
now
we
what-
came up with.
Two things I want to say is first of all, I thought the special effects of the movie, and I told you in the show, were fucking awesome.
And
Thank
I'll
you
say
so
again,
much.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
It's like that I was not expecting that part of it. Like, oh fuck, that thing looks awesome.
We've done so much stuff over the last few years that we hadn't done before. Green Hornet with explosions stuff, but Green Hornet had like almost no visual effects.
Yeah.
We just actually blew stuff up. So this is the first time we had to like get in there and like have a laser pointer and be like, the color of his ear is weird. There's a haze around his knee.
Yeah.
Can that texture be more like
It was-
moth?
It was really mind numbing. You spend like hours hypothesizing how like fake light is bouncing off of fake objects in like fake space. It's super
Yeah,
fucking
it's
weird.
Like a philosophy class.
Yeah, it's really strange, but
It's especially strange because you know that in the room we know the least.
yeah, exactly.
Every time you go to visual effects room, you know less than everyone.
Yeah.
But
Can you
you're
make
up.
it like a chair?
Well, eventually we just kept being like, it looks kind of whack. Like, is that an
when it's like,
acceptable
can you just do
note?
less shitty.
Yeah, can you make it look less whack?
Well, so what? Since I don't fully understand the like the structure of the movie business in the sense of like if you guys all want to make Pineapple Express the sequel, what stops that from happening?
So many different things.
Yeah,
The wackest thing we've learned is like the budget's always weird.
the wackest.
The wackest. That'll be our podcast.
Yeah, it's
Yo,
hard
let
to get-
FG talk, dogs.
whack talk.
Wack's huge in Canada.
Yeah, we all
Everyone
just
says
say
whack.
whack.
You could just make that up, and I'd be like, okay, I guess they all say that, and then I'm gonna go to Canada.
We
About,
did
like,
trick
making
someone.
a
Yeah.
fake Canadian
We told
phrase.
someone tugging the moose's tail was like an expression recently that people believe it. Like you're tugging the moose's tail
And our
on
new
that
thing
one.
is move around Canada is
Yeah.
applying to anything.
That's really funny.
We want to win.
So what does stop a movie like that from being made?
It's like when we first made it, everyone was nobody. Now everybody.
It's money,
good.
mostly.
So like, like everyone has to take cuts to their pay to make it affordable. But if they do that and they want back end, but then can everyone get enough back end? And it's just
Yeah.
all different layers of money.
It's hard, yeah. I think like financially, it's confusing to do a sequel for like a movie like that because like the studio made so much money off the first one, and then that's what they want for the second one.
So they want to pay the same thing.
Yeah, so literally, and all the actors are like, "Well, we made you so much. We got paid shit for the first one," and so
Right.
it is all about money. But it's not something that any of us honestly, if we all sat down and were like, "We're fucking doing it," then we would just do it. It's not something that we all are like dying to do at this exact moment. I mean, we kind of like This Is the End was almost like a Pineapple Express sequel, honestly. Like it has essentially the same cast, and we're all just screaming at each other, running around like idiots. So it's basically the same thing.
Do you need the studio system still, or do you feel like we could make something on our own? And
The fact that they're the distribution outlets means
Yeah.
that you even when we haven't made movies with the studio, you eventually come back around to needing the studio.
Sure.
Yeah, like the distribution is what like it sucks so hard. It sucks to work really hard on making a movie and then not have it be released in a good way. Like to not have people see it. And like say what you will about studios, but like they put movies in front of a lot of eyeballs, and like
Right.
some do it like really well. Like Sony like markets the shit out of our movies, and like they like the Pineapple Express campaign was great. Like they've come up with really good stuff. And when you don't have a major studio, sometimes just like I've seen it with my wife made a very small independent movie last
With
year.
Goon that I made.
He made this movie Goon last year, even with 50-50, which was like a pretty small movie we made. Like
They all still got out there. And
They
did
got
well,
out there, but you
the
just see-
studios,
yeah.
like don't let them.
yeah,
fail.
when you don't have like a big studio infrastructure behind you, it's really hard to like get a good like a ton of people to
then
see
you
your
need some
movie.
kind of king.
well, that's why people like
Up on that king speech.
Yeah, I got that King Speed shit.
wackest.
Yeah, that whack ass King Speed shit. What's calling for stuttering about?
greetings, wax. Damn it!
Yo, motherfucker can't even speak.
Royal family, the whack pack is more like
We should rename the show the Whack Pack for whenever we come on.
Seth Rogen and the whack pack of the
We're the
world.
Whack Pack.
That'll be our wolf.
Exactly. We're
I mean,
the Whack Pack.
is it even when so you spend a lot of time making? I mean, to me, the thing I love about stand-up is like, oh, you do it, set goes well, set doesn't go well, whatever, it's over, you can do it again right away. But you spend months, years working on a movie, and then it comes out, and then, oh, fuck, it didn't turn out exactly the way we wanted, or people didn't go see it. Are emotionally, are you able to let it go like once it's released, or do you take all that shit on afterwards?
Nothing ever goes away and you take it all.
Yeah, you take it on, definitely. Like it I mean, not for a huge amount of time. But the thing is, if the movie's actually good, which, you know, not every movie we've worked on is, but when they are actually like really good, then then it actually doesn't matter how well they do, because like you will reap the benefits of like the quality of the movie, you know?
Yeah, like 50-50 wasn't a major landslide of money for us per se, but people like respect us.
Yeah, but and it's given us a lot of opportunities to like work with people that probably would have never worked with us had we not made that movie, because it turned out good, you know? And so like Observe Report's another good example. Like that movie like didn't make very much money and like wasn't even critically very well received, but like it is just an awesome movie. So Jody was able to get, you know, like he could continue working on movies. So like it's not like, if the movie's awesome and it doesn't make a ton of money, it's not like you are shunned from anything, really. I mean, it's you're denied a lot of great things happening, but you aren't like necessarily shoved off into a corner if you've just made something awesome. So that's what's nice. And after years of making movies that both have done pretty well and really shitty, it becomes easier when they do shitty, because you have like some faith that they'll let you keep going in some capacity.
And then there's the dirty flip side where you make a shitty movie, but it just makes a bunch of money and you feel dirty and good.
Exactly, yeah. Like I was honestly, sometimes it's better that they don't make a lot of money. Sometimes I'm like happy like a lot of people didn't go see it, because I'm like, oof, like it's not.
I was with the girl last night and she pulled a dirty flip side and it was fucking awesome.
Oh, wow.
Exactly the dirty flip side.
That's the signature move of the whack pack.
Exactly. The whack pack. Now the dirty flip side.
I mean, it's, you know, I think, you know, a movie like 50-50 is, I think, a smart long-term career play, because it allows you to show people, like, so we don't always just do one kind of movie. Yeah. We actually are pretty versatile. Do you feel, I feel like there's this sense that the film industry is this weird giant that just stares at everything that's happening in Hollywood, and they're like, he did that, so he can never do that again. Like, do you feel like there is a kind of a Borg-like system that dictates what you can and can't do, or can you pretty much get around it?
That exists, but we are not.
Yeah,
there.
and you can find ways to
circumvent.
We're
subversive enough that we're just like to the side of anything like that. I think.
Yeah, it's like all about like we just try to make movies that aren't that expensive. I think now that after Green Hornet, that was like the lesson we learned. Is like stay out of like the budgetary world where like they give a shit about what you do.
The whole thing is like, if Kato just told him to go fuck himself.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be so much more fun.
I know. And if this movie cost $80 million less, we could do that. But so I think like in creatively thinking of whatever idea you want to do, you have to put a dollar value on how much you want to make it for that's realistic. And I think that's why some people are like, they won't make my movie. It's because you wrote a $400 million movie that's about like a fucking, you know, dude who's lonely. I think a lot of people sometimes
that was called Batman.
Yeah, exactly. And it's good. But I think sometimes people's don't realize their ideas don't warrant the amount of money they're looking for. And like they make $100,000 movies. They make the most boring fucking movies on earth all the time. Like if you approach it right, you can get almost any movie made in some capacity, you know? It's just
like when we were writing Superbad in our teens, our strategy was like, we will get jobs, we will make $10,000, we will buy a camera, and then we will go make Superbad.
Yeah, exactly. And that was like, the script was funny, so we're like, even our version of it will get us something, will get us a job, will get us something. So like,
we were just trying to get on This Hour has what is it?
This Hour is 22 minutes. Yeah,
you don't know the Canadian TV show This Hour is 22. God
damn it!
But I think
I know the Red Green show.
Yeah, you do. That's impressive. That show's not funny. I don't get it at all.
Thank God!
I watched that and I'm like, who are these people? Like, what is this?
This is the dry. You need to drink water. Like, this is the driest comedy. I'm feeling parched. Even watching this. Weird provincial Canadian.
People almost telling jokes.
I don't get it at all.
Does the success, or does the, you know, like get millions of dollars for things, is it a head trip at all, or is it pretty fucking nice, or do you feel more pressure, or do you how did it?
Yeah,
I mean, because honestly, it's, I mean, you guys were all doing well before, but then it was like, it got really good, it seemed like.
Me being a lifeguard, I was not doing that.
He taught Aquafit for a few years.
Really?
Before I started eating poutine. No, it was funny. I looked no different. Like, I found out you could get paid like $25 for 45 minutes. It's a good deal.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Buys a lot of poutine.
You double it, you're a stripper, but I didn't have the body.
But is that part of the success thing? Is that head trippy, or how do you?
Yeah, it's super weird.
Super, super, super weird.
I was literally like sitting eating chili at my dining room table just today, being like, "This is fucking crazy!" Like, I have a dining room table. Who saw that coming?
I just got a house 6 months ago, 7 months ago, and all I ever think is like, I own that palm tree.
Yeah,
Right.
You
There's
could
a
go.
palm tree, and I could sell it if I want.
Yeah, you could uproot it and sell that palm tree. But honestly, like one of the best things about it is that you get to do crazier movies. I think like it's that you're not like fully thinking like, oh, I need this to do well or else I won't have any money. You can think like, yeah, I have some money, now I can make just ridiculous shit that we think
It
is
doesn't
funny.
hurt that in my head I was going to run a YMCA swimming pool and you were going to be a broke comic in Vancouver.
Exactly, that's the thing. We both had very low expectations of ourselves.
Yeah.
Like,
My big goal was college, like a junior college professor.
yeah,
That was my
I thought I would
background.
just be like a stand-up comic. Like that was kind of like my only aspiration. And now like honestly like just writing movies, like if you were just like that's all you guys got to do anymore, like it would suck a little, but it's not that, it's fine. Like I think we're so lucky. It's fucking great.
I mean, Freaks and Geeks, you work on the show that seemingly everyone loves, but doesn't pull the numbers or whatever that the network needed to see, but a show that is beloved, and still people look
Yeah.
back and go, fuck, I wish we had gotten more episodes of
Yeah.
that show. Like, how did that prepare you for what was ahead?
I think very well. I was weaned off failure from good things. That was my introduction to Hollywood. Was being on. I was on Freaks and Geeks. It was great. It got canceled immediately. Then I was in this movie Donnie Darko. Actually, the first movie I was in. It was like a huge cult hit. And like nobody fucking saw it at all. It was like a massive failure. And then I did Undeclared, which was like a great TV show. We all, it was super funny. And then it was canceled even faster than Freaks and Geeks was canceled. So
And then I came along.
exactly.
He literally was your career lifeguard.
Yeah, exactly. And
I said he needs me, and I just
Did you have the whistle and the zinc oxide on the nose? Get out of the pool,
leaving the
Seth.
fanny pack.
Runs up to you and said, I felt something.
But it was good. It was good preparation because it really showed you like it doesn't matter how good shit is, people won't necessarily like it. But it also showed like if it's good, like it'll kind of live on and like you will be able to keep working off of the fact that you at one time made something that didn't suck.
You're talking about karma.
I'm not talking about
karma.
karma. You fucking hippie.
Do you ever think we could make a Freaks and Geeks movie, like get everyone together? I mean, you sort of do that in a way.
Yeah, we're almost all in This Is the End in some capacity, but we I don't know. It would be
It'd be weird because it'd be past college at this point.
yeah.
They would have to be they'd have their own kids and
They'd be the teachers.
Oh.
I would do it. Why the fuck
Or
not?
you use that X-Men tech and make them all.
Yeah, exactly. Just de-age us. Patrick Stewart us.
You replace James Franco with Dave Franco.
Yeah, exactly.
Or do
That's true.
that Bruce Willis thing in Surrogates where everyone just had the weird.
Josh Gad could be me.
Give yourself some credit.
That's so fucking funny to hear you say that.
John Daly could just be on his knees.
Exactly, yeah. We just recast ourselves. It's not a bad idea.
That would be amazing.
Busy could be that girl from Friday Night Lights, Amy T, the coach's daughter.
Now with Veronica Mars, everyone's rushing to Kickstarter to be like, we have to make our
I know. Everyone's rushing to give their money to movie studios, which is like, it's awesome. Exactly. Warner Brothers started a Kickstarter page.
You guys, they don't have any more Harry Potter movies left.
know.
We have to give them money.
I do have to say, I don't know why this sort of like. I guess this because I'm just a fucking fanboy of things, but seeing Emma Watson in your movie go, everyone get the fuck back! I was like, oh my god, she swore. I don't know why. Even at my age, that still was like.
Well, when I first saw William Shatner say shit, it really threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Emma
was like-
swearing freaks people out a little bit. I remember when it happened in the room. Everyone was like,
Oh my god.
yeah.
And she's pretty badass in the movie.
She is badass. That axe is bigger than she is. Yeah. Whack pack.
We're talking Emma Watson today on the Whack Pack.
She gets 4 M's and 3 H's.
All I think of is Howard Stern's Whack Pack, so I'm trying to be like, who's Beetlejuice?
We all are.
At this point, what is what is the horrible question that you always get asked in interviews? Like when you sit down, you're doing a press junket, and then someone thinks, "Oh, I'm going to be the first person to ask this question," and then they're the millionth person to ask that question.
It's a good question. It's kind of movie specific. Like it's funny. Like we always joke around like the cast members of whatever movie you're doing. Like you can tell early on like which like fucking guilt trip is just like what's Barbra Streisand like a million fucking times in a row, and like this it will be like what's it like to work with your friends, what's it like to play yourselves. Like it's always like for every movie there is 2 things that everyone will ask you, but it's okay. I mean, you know, it's doing press is not.
But there are questions that are unanswerable. You cannot properly say, "Oh, working with this person is akin to this experience."
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like playing street hockey in roller skate.
Well, what's funny is like I actually slowly begin to resent the journalists that try to mix it up. Like I'm.
Oh my God, is that happening right now?
So
is that happening
on
right now?
autopilot that just it's like when they try to ask me like a curveball question, it's like fuck you, just ask me how it is to work with my frids. I know the answer.
What does art mean to you?
Yeah,
Barbara's
exactly.
crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
She has a lot
Barbara's
of fun.
Babs is nuts.
They try to like David Frost you or something.
I know exactly. Yeah, even just when it's a little different. Sometimes I'll just try to be thoughtful, and I'll be like,
Well, those the press junket days are so weirdly unnatural.
Oh, it's
of
the
just
worst
like
thing in the world.
8 hours, and they just parade person after person, and you
Yeah.
have to sit there and be like.
Oh, it's like crazy. It's like actually crazy.
Is there a level you can get to where you say no to press junkets?
I always think like there is, and then I literally like keep track of who still
Yeah, and
like,
then you
does
see
it.
De
And then I see
Niro
like Will
sitting
Smith's
down.
still fucking
I'm
doing
like,
it. He's
what
still
is
doing it.
going
You
on?
can't stop. Yeah, they make you keep fucking doing it. And I-
Anybody who does that, it's like, what happened to them? Where they're at.
But I've never seen 1 second of one of those interviews I've ever done on one of those press junkets, and I've spent like collective like 6 months of my life talking to them. It's like truly crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
Jonah, after his whole Oscar run, was just like, I understand why like Brad Pitt and these guys are so famous. They just work harder.
yeah.
They just do it. Like they do shit that I like am afraid to do because I don't want to do it again for the million. And they just do it.
Yeah, like you just got to do it.
Oh, like we were on the.
It gets embarrassing doing it with your friends. Oh yeah, like this was a defining
You
moment.
tell it was from your perspective.
Yeah, it was like this was like the moment I realized I will never be the most famous guy. It's we were walking into Sony and Will Smith was walking out. I'd never met him. I'm like, holy shit. And so he came over and I said hi to Will Smith, and then there was like a Sony tour walking by with like 50 tourists in it.
And we avoid these like all
Like I avoid them like the fucking plague. And so me and Will Smith both turn our heads and see the tour. And at the same moment, I go, fuck. And I start walking away from the tour. He goes, hey, everybody. And walks over to the tour and literally took pictures with every single one of the people in the tour. And I was like, you deserve every penny, Will Smith. You can have it, man.
Man, Will Smith, you get all the shit.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be with the Whack Pack.
Whack Pack don't talk to tourists.
Exactly. Whack Pack, hide from tourists. I'll be in my car smoking weed.
Do you feel like you're a pretty? Are you guys? You're pretty happy, upbeat guys in general.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, good.
Is it when you guys got your first big paycheck? What was the weird thing you bought?
And how
Massage
big
chair.
was it?
I went
He
to
bought a massage
relax
chair.
the back and bought the best massage chair. I was driving my grandmother's Maxim that she gave me.
Yeah.
Maxima.
Yeah.
And it was
Nissan,
get a new car or massage chair, and I went massage chair, and I have it, and I use it every day, and it's the best thing I've ever bought.
Still.
Maxima?
Thank you so
The
much.
Maxima, yeah. He had it installed in the Maxima, actually.
Seth, is yours as thrilling as the massage chair?
What did I buy? I don't know.
Can't get much more thrilling than a fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless he has a blowjob chair.
I've got a salad tossing chair. Yeah.
I had someone ask me if I ever did that a few months ago.
Really?
We were having a party.
What'd you say?
Yeah, fuck
Actually,
your chair.
Jason Stone, executive producer of This Is the was looking at the chair while someone was sitting. He was like, "You ever turn around and just stick your dick in it?" And I was like, "No, but It'll probably happen now.
Now you know.
You get back home and you just see the chair. You're like, oh, hi.
It's awkward.
I know we were laughing just a second ago, but did you fuck the chair?
All seriousness.
I really should know.
You fuck that chair. You fuck that chair.
Yeah, it's loud. Call in with your chair fucking stories.
Hi, one time I fucked my girl's chair real good. It's a folding chair. I am horribly injured.
Whack pack.
It was an electric chair. It was pretty kinky.
Oh, actually, one more chair story. The day I got it, Seth came over to try it, got in the chair, it started massaging him, and then the power went out, and he was locked in. He like clamped his calf. And it was like funny and shit. And he was like, I can't move.
I'm literally stuck in your
the power back on. I'm like, I don't think like a wrench, a crowbar, like there was no way out of that chair.
It was swallowing me. Yeah. It was like that thing in Ghostbusters.
You will become one with me now.
It's a prison chair. You can capture people. Get in the
Pink slime from Goldberg.
Evan Goldberg, the massage chair killer.
You think you're just gonna fuck my chair, and then you're mine.
Exactly.
My dick! It won't let go of my dick!
The chair fucks you back.
Oh, I love that horror movie. Fuck chair.
All the heating arms are
Exactly.
just dicks.
Dude, it wouldn't be any weirder than Rubber.
Yeah, rubber with the
A chair about a movie about a chair about
Possessed tire. A chair
Oh,
about a
I
tire.
saw the trailer into that.
Yeah, it's
I was
good.
confused.
And, it's great because like they take it real seriously. It's just this demonic.
I heard
tire.
it's really good, that movie.
Yeah. it's
Is
great.
there a genre of film that you still are like, we haven't cracked, we got to figure that one out. I really want to make that.
Probably not.
An animated movie we're trying to make. Very hard.
Space movie.
Space movie.
We're working on
Sword and Sandal? I don't know. Sword and Sandal picture?
Actually, there's an answer. There's an answer. Musical.
Make a musical.
A musical. That would
We'd
be
like
nice.
to make something musical. We're terribly musical people.
We can't help but create music everywhere we go.
But then we're like, why shouldn't we put this in the movies?
That would be fun.
We have some funny musical ideas we'd like to pull off one day.
But it's hard.
Just, we have the South Park guys.
Yeah, we have to wait enough time between Book of Mormon so we're not compared.
Again, Josh Gad.
Yeah, exactly. Damn it.
Son of a bitch.
I'll play him now.
Do you get to a certain point where because I feel like this happens with a lot of comedy people, they get to a certain point where they go, I want people to know that I have this other dimension about me. I don't want to just be this. Do you
probably need that other dimension in order to
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't have that dimension. I don't have another dimension. No, honestly, I don't it was fun to take This Waltz, but I would kill myself if those were the types of movies I always made, it's way more fun to make funny movies. It just is. There's nothing better than when you're on set and you're filming a scene and you're just looking at the other people I can't fucking believe this is happening right now. I can't believe 200 people are working to make this ridiculous thing come to life. Those are the best moments and you just don't get those on serious movies very often, I don't think. So that's what I'm always chasing is those moments where you're filming something and you're just looking around can you fucking believe this is happening?
I think some of the best ones are usually with the props guy.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll be we don't know which dildo to use. We couldn't understand what you meant in the script.
You go back to the dildo store and get the correct one.
It is always that. And that's what's fun. You spend so much time making the movies that now almost it's you worry more about will making the movie be fun than will the actual movie, you want it to turn out good, obviously, and that's the goal. But you want the process to be fun because
you also want to have a good 6 months. Right?
Yeah, you spend so much time making it, so you don't want to be.
If it wasn't fun, our friends would be I'm not fucking doing another one with these guys.
Yeah, it's true.
We got to maintain this shit.
Yeah.
We've set a hard precedent to live up to. People
when you guys write, because we had the Tom Lennon and Ben Garant on, and they were talking about how they write together, and it's sort of they'll just split it up and go, you write this, you write this.
Oh, we never
We're
do
the
that.
polar opposite.
You
We try
guys
to
sit
write
together?
We have one computer. We sit together. I type with my left. He types with his right.
We hold middle hands.
Each other off with the other hand.
No, we very early on, even when he was in college for a while and I was here, we would like never split up work. We would be on the phone or something.
We'd brainstorm shit separately if we had to.
Yeah.
But when it came to like the written word, we were so codependent that like we're not good at the shit the other guy's good
Right.
at.
Yeah.
Because there was no point in getting good at it because he got it covered. So.
Yeah, but we would like never write dialogue without the other guy there.
Just because every time we're writing and I make a mistake, and he's like, no, it'd be funny if it was this. All I think is, well, if he wasn't here, I just would have written the bad one.
Yeah.
So really quickly before we let you guys go, is there any information, anything you can leak or say, or something coming up that you're excited about, or anything that you're working on?
I don't know. Not yet.
I heard what he said, and I'm already excited.
Yeah.
I heard sausage porn. So
Yeah, exactly.
Stick with that, yeah. We're making a sausage.
A Whack Pack production.
Yeah.
Whack Pack production.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sausage party. That's what. That's something that's something we're actually trying to make. We'll see.
Trying to make an animated movie called Sausage Party.
Yeah,
Oh, this makes me very happy.
We'll let you try to figure out what the title might imply.
exactly.
Anthropomorphic sausages.
Exactly.
Have a party.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like Cars, but with sausages.
It pretty much is. We're trying to make an offshoot of Pixar called Dixar. I don't know if they'll go for it.
You gotta clear the rights from that big director in the 70s, the Dick Czar.
Yeah, the Dick Czar. He was appointed the United States' new Dick Czar, I think.
I am your Dick
Up north, he's the minister of dicks, but down here he's a Dick Czar.
The Dick Czar.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for
Thanks
doing
for
the TV
having
show. And This Is the End is fucking awesome.
Thank you so much.
And you gave me a private screening of it at Sony, which was crazy because I was basically just alone in a theater. And I show up and a projectionist is like, okay, I'll start it. I'm like,
I know, it's great.
I have to see every movie this way.
We can't do other movies, but if you want that experience again,
I'll just watch that movie
We
over
could
and over
probably
again.
swing like After Earth. That's a Sony movie. What's coming out?
Cool. Thanks so much for being here, guys.
Thank you,
Evan
guys.
and
Yeah,
Seth,
no
it's good to
problem.
see you again.
Awesome.
Enjoy your burrito, everyone.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Now leaving Nerdist.com. Enjoy your burrito.
This episode of the Nerdist Podcast is brought to you by LegalZoom.com. Whatever your legal document needs, LLCs, wills, trusts, trademarks, and more, they've got it. Over 12 years and 2 million Americans have used LegalZoom. Start your business or protect your family today at LegalZoom.com using the offer code NERDIST.